Okay, so you have a general theme in your chart this month, which is very watery. You are a water sign in any case, but it's really quite pronounced at this time in your chart. So this really, the overriding emotion at this time is high emotion, but also about going within and accessing your own particular intuitions, your gut feelings, your emotions and your intuitions and so on. There seems to be, again, an overriding theme that something is not clear at this time, or you're just not getting to the truth of any sort of situation. It comes up again and again, and it's in various aspects of your chart. So just bear that in mind going forward. With the first house, the first house is everything to do with yourself, your physical body, your vitality, your energy levels. It's also your personal independence, how you're making your way through the world, your personal your own self-oriented interests, and it's also your appearance. So how you view yourself, but also how others view you. So what they see when they see you. So it's your impressions, the impressions that you make on others, your personality, and your observable characteristics. So with Cancer, I feel coming in, this is going to have an effect essentially on your emotional body. So you're going to be feeling quite sensitive. There's going to be high emotion. You may even be moody at this time. Your habits, you may be looking at your habits at this time. Perhaps you're wanting to make a few changes, or you want to improve something, or you want to let go of a few habits. But whatever it is, all of these aspects are coming in for you. You may be feeling quite vulnerable at this time as well. Perhaps there's certain issues that are going on that is making you feel like that. Your protective nature could also be activated in some way. So this is the caring, protective nature for yourself and possibly for others as well. So your food and your diet and how you nurture yourself and how you nurture others is all going to be very important at this time. So there's cycles indicated with this because it's ruled by the moon. So cycles are prominent at this time, whether this is cycles in health. If you're a female, your female cycles. It could also just be cycles that you're going through at this time in different aspects of your life. You could also be receiving psychic impressions or just psychic awareness at this time, because that is indicated with this card. All female issues, how females get on, and all feminine issues come in. So birthing, the female body, lots of different things can come in. So there may be a strong influence with that as well, either with yourself or somebody that you're very close to at this time. But also you may need to, at this time, I feel, spend some time alone to withdraw. Cancer is ruled by, the crab is the animal associated with this, and that goes into its shell when it feels it needs to. So perhaps you need to do that periodically, just to center yourself, to get control of your moods, to get control of what is going on in your environment, just to center yourself and to feel good, and to just do a bit of self-reflection and process a lot of what is going on at this time. You may also be dealing with domestic issues of some kind. So this is in your home, domestic issues. Perhaps it's females getting on in your home life and so on. You could be feeling a bit crabby or displaying crabby behavior. You could also be grappling with the past. Some issues from the past may be coming up, or just you're reflecting back on that. That's fine to do that, but just don't live there, You need to trust your feelings at this time, but you also need to build resilience. That's one thing about Cancerians, they're very resilient. If none of that is applying for you, it could also be that you are activating a really deep imaginative side of yourself, a creative side of yourself. So writing, art, music, all of these things come in, or just nurturing in general for yourself, but also but through nurturing your creative pursuits, that could also be coming in for you. Then in the second house, we have another water card. Second house is your house of income, how your money, what money is coming in for you, how you earn your income. It's also the house of self-worth, which is often tied to that, but it's your self-worth, and it's also your value systems. So value, what you value in yourself, what you value in others, your possessions, all forms of ownership, land, real estate, property, anything to do with that, all possessions really. So with the Neptune sacrifice card coming in, it may be that you need to make a few sacrifices at this time for the greater good. It's usually ego related in some way. Perhaps you are going after what you want and not necessarily what you need. So just be aware of that. It's one of the aspects of this card. The second house is associated with your 8th house, which is your big finance. So the two are related. Both of them are governed by water cards, and that one, the 8th house is Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. So you've got a very strong water element going on. So a lot of what applies in the 2nd house is going to apply in the 8th house as well. So I feel that you need to just examine your finances or your income, what's going on there. There may be something that's not quite right and you need to address it. Or you need to streamline in some way. With this card, you may also just need to avoid losing sight of your boundaries. If there is confusion or uncertainty at this time, or even deception going on, just don't lose sight of your boundaries and what it is that you're aiming for. Keep yourself, together, because you could be taken advantage of at this time, or you could just be drawn into other circumstances and lose yourself a little bit. So just be careful. Draw your boundaries in. Make sure that you are clear about what you want. Work on being clear and upfront with the people that you're dealing with in this house, and clear and upfront with what you want and what is happening. Some things just may be unclear, or there are illusions in place which don't serve you. So like rose-tinted spectacles, you need to avoid a victim mentality at this time as well, or any kind of actions which are going to lead to self-undoing or self-sabotage, because that can come in with this card as well. So all of these things are just things to be aware of, but I do feel it's about getting clear about what you want and getting clear about your own self-worth and your values. Another water card. This is in your 3rd house. This is the house of communication, all forms of communication. So this is, this can be with people in general, with crowds, with the public. It can also be with certain family members. So this will be cousins, aunts, uncles, siblings, and also neighbors can come in on this. So with this card coming in, your 3rd house deals with, as I said, all forms of communication. So written, verbal, body language. This house also rules documents and contracts of all kinds because it's written, right? So this house also deals with short trips, local journeys, and because it's water and you've got so much water in your chart, it's going to be very beneficial for you at this time to be taking trips to local bodies of water. So this could be the ocean or lakes or rivers or dams, wherever there's a body of water and it's a restful place for you to be. Perhaps go there and just retreat a bit and get yourself together. With this card, you're going to be doing a lot of inner processing at this time. So you need to follow your intuition. You need to go with the flow, let matters flow, go with the current for now, okay, in this house. So you may just not be as communicative as you have been, or you may not be just expressing yourself as you have been, but do not let others take advantage of you or your compassionate nature at this time, okay? You may have low energy. As I said, it's a good time to withdraw. This has come up a couple of times now. It's a good time to withdraw, gather your resources, rest a while, gain your strength. This is a pause period before action. So you may also need to work alone or in privacy at this time, and just avoid any dramas around you. Don't get pulled into other people's issues, okay? There's a lot of inner processing, so just bear that in mind when you are communicating with others. You just may need a bit of time to process and to actually come to your own conclusions, and also, as I said, follow your intuition and your gut feels at this time. It's really strongly pronounced this month. Then in the 4th house, we have Sun Spirit. So this is a lovely card coming in for you. I feel this is going to be a very supportive place for you in your chart. Your 4th house is your house of home. So your home life, your actual physical home, the bricks and mortar, or the place that you're currently residing in. It's also the atmosphere in the home and the people in your home. And And it's also your relationship to your foundation, your roots, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, your family. And they may be very supportive of you at this time, or you could be involved in something at this time. But whatever it is, your home and your home base must be a source of support for you at this time, where you can spend time perhaps just going within. This card is very, very supportive. It's a beautiful card to be having. It's basically saying enjoy your home and your home life. Put your spirit and personality into this area. Bring color and warmth and radiance into your home life. Whether this is through the people that you're associating with, or with through perhaps color schemes, or you want to revamp it in some way. Whatever you're going to do, this warmth and color and joyfulness that you're going to bring in is going to enhance your vitality and well-being. And that's the aim of this card, to enhance your vitality and well-being. So whether you're bringing this in or you're actually making changes in your home to bring it in, whichever works for you. This card brings in strength and power, confidence. Children or in some way are indicated with this card. So whether you've got children in your home or you're going to be interacting with them in some way, it brings in laughter and happiness, and also leadership. So you may be needing to take leadership in some way within your home environment. Or as I said, it could be to do with your family, your roots, your foundation, or your ancestry. There's some supportive aspect coming in there for you, or you need to bring that in and beam that out, because this really is a beaming card. This is your spirit, your deep internal self coming out, your own personal radiance, your own personal brand, and your joyfulness. Then in the fifth house, we have Chiron healing. The fifth house is the house of creativity, your creativity. It's also the house of children. It's the house of love affairs, and it's the house of recreational activities of all kinds. So whether this is fun, happy activities, or creative activities, or sporting activities, whatever activities that are recreational for you at this time. So with this card coming in, it's doing exactly what it's saying, bringing in healing for you. But it's healing required in order to move you forward. So you may have in this house some old sort of painful issues or circumstances which are reoccurring or coming up for you to look at again. It could be just some old memory, or some some issue from perhaps it's a sport that you've been going through, or some kind of club activity or an activity that you've been involved in. It could be an old love affair. Or it could be a current love affair, or it could be something to do with your children. Some issue has come up, and this has come up before, but it will keep reoccurring until you deal with it. So basically what it's asking you to do is to pull this issue out, hold it up to the light, examine it, and see what place it has had in your life. What is the reason for it to be there? What was the role it has played in your life? And then once you start to see the role it has played in your life, good or bad, however you want to look at it, you must accept it, accept the lesson that's been in there, and then release it. So it's a form of understanding, because once you bring it into the light and you accept it and you acknowledge its presence in your life, then you can work with it and release it, and you get healing. There's also, with this coming in, mind, body, and spirit issues coming in that require healing. Natural alternative healing methods and modalities and remedies and all of those sorts of things are highly indicated with this card. So explore a little bit, go in depth into it. It could also be an interest of yours, and therefore you're joining activities or groups or some kind of club even, where you're learning more about that, or you may need to bring it in for your children. Perhaps your children are grappling with certain issues and you need to do a bit of research and look at that. So all natural alternative health medicines as well come in. There's learning, there's research, there's study, there's teaching involved in that, there's writing, there's publishing. So it could be a creative interest of yours. Perhaps you're being drawn in some way, or you need to bring it in, as I said, for your in your love interest or in your children, or perhaps your children are going into this in some way and learning more. And nature and spending time in nature is highly indicated with this card. So all natural things. So, perhaps join an activity where you spend time in nature, whether it's a hiking group or some kind of activity which is going to take you into nature. Perhaps you could be looking at different types of plants and their healing abilities and so on. So there's lots of ways that can come in for you. Or, as I said, it could just be the reoccurrence of old issues or things that are coming up for you to examine and look at now to release. You could also be at some point visiting a hospital or a clinic. This could be an unexpected thing, and you now visiting that on behalf of yourself or somebody that you're associated with. And it could be an unexpected thing, perhaps have an accident and you're now going to a hospital with them. And it's your experiences there and your understanding of what is going on in relation to that.